I mean, I got nervous when I was like trying to date people and like find someone. Like,
you feel desperate. You feel like I have to go on a dating app. I have to initiate the conversation.
For sure.
I have to ask this person out, and you have to do that over and over and over again. And eventually, like, they wonder why people get not wanting to do that or not making moves because they've been rejected so many times.
Yeah.
Or like putting in all this effort and getting absolutely nowhere. Like, it's no wonder they just go out to the bars with their boys all the time.
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Straight Candid Podcast.
I hate when you do that.
How do I turn the volume down?
It's like a
Is it
radio.
really?
Can we mute her?
Wait, stop.
No, it
That's
was fine.
rude.
That was good.
You
did
guys,
good.
we're
Yeah.
rolling, and the voices you do hear, they are indeed Mr. Plant Daddy, Patrick Jackson.
And Mr.
Is
Hagel,
that your
Jordan.
last name?
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Jackson is your last
Way
name?
to interrupt.
I know. Mr.
Right
Jordan
off the
Hagel.
bat.
Yeah.
Mr. Jordan Hagel is in the house as well. These are the boys. These are our boys. Boys are shaking hands. They're just as exchanging, boys things as boys do, right? The boys are here to answer questions, your questions too. But first, we have some business to do. So be quiet.
Be quiet.
If you can.
I was stressing so much about all the other aspects to this episode that I forgot my own straight candid moments.
It's okay.
So you're gonna have to go first. Straight candid moments, a moment that makes you a little more vulnerable, a moment that you feel just more human.
Okay.
Let me hear it.
My straight candid moment is definitely the other night when Jordan and I were getting so cozy and we've been just like enjoying each other's company at night. We've been being really good about like putting our phones away and like laying in bed, and Jordan got up and he was going to the bathroom. He's like, I just have to pee really quick and then we can cuddle or whatever. So he walked into the bathroom, and as far as I'm concerned, when you're in the bathroom, you can't hear anything in the bedroom, right? Like I feel like there's like a little bit of like a sound barrier. I did a little toot, a little tiny cute, like, oh my God, that was the cutest little thing I've ever heard in my whole
Sounds
life.
like me.
Toot. And Jordan I just see his little head pop around the corner, and he goes, no, you did not. No, you did not. You think because I walk away, I can't hear you? And I was like, I'm sorry. I felt literally like everybody was pointing at me and going, ha, ha, ha. That's what it felt like. Yeah.
Pat, why are you laughing?
Why did she make me
Tell
sound
us.
like that?
Yeah.
Wait, what did he sound like?
Like I was.
I can't
Hitler
believe
or
you
something.
fucking farted.
I was
You popped your head
People
around the
don't
corner.
understand our humor. You have to give context.
yeah.
We'll
as
give
to-
them
Like it was a
context
joke.
then.
Well, no, I can't just interrupt you in the middle of your story. We do that to each other all the time. You can't
God.
make it sound like I just berate you for farting.
And then he
It's
gave
not
me the
nice.
And then he came in
backhand.
here and he said, slap me across the face.
Do I just let off little toots?
I have actually never heard Sophie fart.
You guys are ridiculous.
It's a complete.
You
She
guys
farts
have like
all
a
the
creepy, like little
No,
thing
We
going
like
on.
farts, yeah.
Like he likes my farts, yeah.
yeah. They smell good.
Oh my God, you guys are scaring me.
I fart a lot. I'm not
There
gonna
we
lie.
go.
Have you ever met a girl that farts as much as I do? Tell me.
I don't know.
I'm like proud of this. Why? Don't know.
I just don't know if I've like known or like been with a girl in a relationship long enough to tell. you
Okay,
know?
yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
That's
Wait,
exactly what happened.
what's your longest relationship then? I'm very curious.
However long me and Sophie have been dating.
Really?
Yeah, like by far.
This is-
How long was your
Yeah.
relationship before, Soph?
6 months.
6 months was your longest
And that one was like, meh.
Like not.
It
what,
was like
what does that mean?
like a beginning of college one.
Oh,
Yeah.
classic. Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been my
That sounds
longest
mean, though.
relationship now too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan is ours.
Babe, we're going on like 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yours too,
nothing.
Sid?
Yeah, it's my longest, I guess. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Look
But
at
most
all of
fun.
us.
Sorry, we're all over the place, you guys. We're just excited the boys are here. But that's my straight candid moment. It's kind of dumb, honestly, because I was so worried about other things. We're also just prepping for LA. I feel like I can't even think about a straight candid moment, let alone anything besides getting to California and getting our shit done.
Yeah,
So I feel like a
seriously.
little like spastic, but that's okay. It's okay. Do you have a straight candid moment?
Yeah, as you were talking, I came up with one. So this past weekend, I thought it was hilarious. Pat and I brought our dads to lift with us this weekend.
That was cute.
And it was just a really good time. Yeah, that was just kind of a funny moment that I wanted to share on my Instagram, also on the pod. Also, just to continue the, I guess, icebreakers, let's do their straight candid moments too.
Okay. Do you guys have straight candid moments?
Go ahead, Pat Jackson.
Pat
I have one
Jackson.
written down.
He gets his
I
own
remember.
notes
I
out.
don't need my notes.
Yeah, look
I
at
don't.
you.
Okay, it's not even a story, so it's kind of lame. But I thought it was funny. It's maybe more funny that I don't remember the context. So, I was at family dinner last night, and my aunt is here. My grandma got hip replacement surgery today. It went well.
Good.
But my aunt's over, and they're from Louisiana, so like we don't see her super often. So I mean, I know her well, but it's not like I'm hanging out with her every day or anything. And I don't remember how it came up, but I made a joke about, like, I asked her if the clit was real.
You asked her, your aunt?
Yeah, I literally, and like, I'm sure there was something leading up to it. Like, I didn't just randomly like, is the clit real?
Why would you, to your aunt?
I don't know. Like, we were talking about something
just
funny,
Pat.
and like,
It's so
I
Pat.
thought it'd be funny to ask my aunt if the
To
clit
make her
was real.
to make her think you didn't know that it was a thing.
I mean, I think she knew it was a joke. It was just like to be funny, but I just thought it was like
Your family
I never
gatherings-
thought I'd be asking my aunt if the clit was real.
Your family gatherings and mine look a little, just a hair different, I
Yeah,
think. Yeah.
yeah.
I feel,
Did she answer you?
Yeah, it turns out they're not real. I always knew. Like, of course that's bullshit. Like, what? There's like a magic little spot that like feels really good. No,
but the
of course
but,
not.
But the clitoris is real.
No, dude, it's fake.
You're lying.
No, my aunt literally told me that it's not real.
Are you being funny? I can't tell.
No. Do you actually think the clit's real? I like
I'm
talk
so
to any
confused
guy.
right now.
Any guy will tell you like they've never seen one, they've never felt one. No, it's not real.
I wasn't following. I was confused.
Sid believed for a good minute
Yeah.
there.
I was confused. I'm sorry. Oh God, I'm being too literal. I came from work. You know, you
Oh
got
my
my
God.
work.
I'm a
brain
good
on.
actor too. That's
Yeah,
fair.
you are. You
Yeah,
are
yeah,
really
yeah.
good at acting.
I can
Oh
tell when
my
you're
God.
lying when you're because your nostrils like flare out a little bit. Yeah,
We
absolutely.
Oh yeah, Jordan, please go with your straight
Yeah.
kind of moment if you don't mind.
Ever since I got my Aura ring,
Oh yeah, your
yeah,
aura
yeah,
ring.
yeah.
Weird
I got an
how
aura
that
ring.
happened.
I want
track.
one so
No
bad.
big deal.
Yeah, same.
I got an
know.
Aura ring, and it's happened on multiple occasions, but it reminded me yesterday, Angela thought that we got married and didn't tell anybody, like we eloped. So that's been...
And then
like
you just
the past
showed
Why
up
don't you
with,
tell
like-
this how it happened? Can you say what happened? You were cutting something, right?
No, I was just sitting on the couch.
Then why did you have it on your ring finger?
Why did I have it on my ring finger? I can't remember.
You were doing something, and she was like, "What is that on your hand? Oh my God!" And,
Oh, yeah,
and
I
Jordan
did.
was like so slow. Like I think you were
Yeah,
like,
I did
huh?
have it. I had it on my ring finger I took it off my pointer finger where it's supposed to be. Yeah, I can't remember why.
Well,
I
what
don't
are you
know what-
doing wearing a ring on your ring finger?
That's what I said. I came up and I'm like, oh, and it does look like it looks like an eloped
Yeah.
black band. Like it looks
Yeah.
like okay, we got married.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sorry. Like Angela's like all confused. She's like, what the hell? You guys got married? I'm like, no, God. I go, don't you think you'd probably know? And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, yeah,
Maybe.
you probably know. Okay, Scotty, get down.
Why?
Sorry, we got cats everywhere.
Don't wear it on your ring finger yet.
I had a reason for it. I just can't remember what it
okay,
was.
you're like just moving it to like
And
do
mind
something.
you, I was the one that was like so passionate, so excited about Aura rings. I was like, oh my God, I really want an Aura ring. Like, they're so cool. And then we saw our friends and they were like, I got an Aura ring. And the boyfriend was like, yeah, like, I love it. It's like amazing. And I'm like, oh my God, I like really need to get one. I come home and I look at the counter and there's a little box and he's putting a little ring on his finger. And I'm like, what's that? And he goes, an Aura ring. And I'm like, no way. No,
You're like,
it's not.
I wanted that.
And I thought I was
Well,
trying
get
to like,
one.
I was smiling a little bit because I'm like, oh my God, he got us both one. Like, this is crazy. I'm looking around the counter. I'm like, there's one box. I'm like, okay. I go, no, you did not.
If you want one, go and get one.
Such a wiener. I can't.
Why?
Because what the hell? That's my idea. It was my idea.
Babe,
Yeah,
you are not
she
the
actually
only person in
invented
the world
Aura
with an
rings.
Aura ring.
I invented
Everybody has Aura rings now.
whatever.
Yeah, let me just go get one when my Wells Fargo bank statement comes in next and says you're at $0.
They're cheaper than an Apple Watch, like way cheaper than an
Well,
Apple Watch.
that's
Fair.
my other thing is I need my Apple Watch, and so that was my next purchase. But now I just cracked my phone, so now I'm like set back another.
So you're
year.
struggling a little bit.
Yeah,
That's all right.
It's fine.
Thank you guys for sharing your straight kind of moments. Everybody listening, we've got a jumble assortment of the boys here, and we're excited because we needed a boy's perspective. We haven't had a boy's perspective, a male perspective in a hot second. Like
Hot
probably
moment.
since Ben. Since Ben.
Since
Sorry,
Ben.
I don't want to say
That's
like
what the
that.
world needs.
That's what the
is
world needs.
More male perspective.
I know. And we,
Yeah,
okay.
literally no.
Generally biased to women. We take women's side. I'm sorry because women are usually correct in the situations that they write in. Let's be fair to them, please. But we also aren't dumb to know that women want to know the perspective of male. So
Yeah.
that's why we're here. We're going to go through it. But Soph, will you kick us off with our personalities?
There's a cat by me.
A little kitty cat meow.
Y'all, we kept the door open today because it is hot as fuck in the studio and these cats are crawling all over. Okay,
They be
so
crawling.
we're doing listeners wrote in questions from that they wanted to know from males in general. So we are hoping that when we answer these with Pat's answers or Jordan's perspective, we also have some of our other guy friends that wrote in and listeners, but we're hoping that you guys can identify with like a persona or one of the males with who you're dating, perhaps.
Or interested in, or maybe dated in the past.
Exactly.
Because obviously Brad the Baddie's got a little, sex appeal to him.
Yeah.
You know what
So
I mean?
Brad the Baddie, we'll give you guys a little rundown. Brad the Baddie is one of our guy friends, and he is going to stay anonymous, but he is known as a little bit of a fuckboy. At least we're going to call him a fuckboy for this episode. He's a womanizer. He's a player, and he texts you here and there, but you don't know where you stand. When you're with him, you know he's into you, but when you're apart, it's almost like he forgets of your existence. You're more than likely met him out at the bar. He studies finance, but is getting into real estate as of the late. So that's Brad the Baddie. So maybe you're seeing someone like that. We also have Jordan. So what's Jordan's bio?
Jordan, he's like the ex-college bro turned like cryptocurrency guy. He used to be the life of the party, but now has found more passion in golf rather than the bar. He's quiet, straightforward, and real as they come. He's for the boys and has super good guy friends, the good kind that your mom wants to, have you bring home. And he used Tinder and Bumble while living downtown on the corporate grind, but not finding what he was looking for at the bars. Now he's busy being a cat dad and with his lady. Me.
Is that accurate?
I'm his lady.
Is that accurate? You can add your own now too.
Are you guys creating personas,
Yeah.
or are you literally
Yeah.
just describing me? 'Cause
Well, that
that's
is
me.
your persona.
Yes. Well, I know that is you, but we want like a persona. Yes.
But like an
If I had-
accurate one, you're saying.
Yeah.
If I had to add to the persona,
Yes.
that is accurate.
I
It's
think that's
probably
accurate.
somebody that's a little bit older.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I should have
Good
said
point.
that.
Good
Good
point.
Yeah, like I'm 32.
Yeah.
And I think it has less to do with being like a ex-corporate bro
You're
and
right.
more like I don't live downtown anymore because I'm
Yeah.
32 and I want a yard and
For
not
sure.
to live downtown.
That's
And
a good
a baddie.
addition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Because
addition.
generally speaking, I think typically men are older than their girlfriends.
Yeah.
Or generally, right? Just
Yeah.
generally.
Yeah.
Maybe not for
us,
you two, but
'cause
All right.
I'm so mature.
Yeah, you're so mature, babe. So Pat's persona, I said, he is a guy you probably met in engineering class. This is kind of insinuating the
You
fact.
already make me look like a nerd.
no.
act,
The fuck?
That, I'm insinuating the fact
just
that
acting
you're
like we all
Hey.
take engineering classes like it's a normal thing.
You probably
I'm
met him in your
insinuating.
engineering
I'm
class.
insinuating the fact that you are younger and probably just like fresh out of college or in
Oh, okay,
college.
okay.
So he's the guy you probably met, and you majored in engineering. So that's why I picked that class, you little
Fucking
shithole.
nerds.
He is the guy you probably met in engineering class. He was quiet in class, but was goofy with his friends outside of class. He was under the radar type of cute, got good grades, had friends in different cliques. He rarely went out to the bars because he likes early bedtimes and working out. He was on Hinge, but didn't know what he was looking for and would rather spend time with his guy friends than go on a million dates. You more than likely didn't find him on the app. He, like I said, is under the radar, but a damn good catch. Would you agree? Disagree? You can add.
I don't know. I feel
You don't like talking about yourself,
it's
but add
probably
stuff. It's probably fine.
He's like roasted.
I don't know if I relate to that, but like it probably describes me. Yeah.
Well, the persona is probably just like the guy that's not really on social media, right?
Yeah.
You broadened it.
You are now, though. You're freaking on
Oh
social
my god,
media
I'm
now.
everywhere. Yeah.
I
I'd say
still
that's
don't
accurate
have
though.
Pat's name in my phone. I just had the number
That's
Really?
what?
Yeah.
You guys are weird.
Why?
because I didn't know his last name until today, and I
Oh.
only put people's
But
names
that-
in my phones if they have the first and last name. and I
It's
couldn't
almost
just put
cuter
Pat.
because then you know my phone number.
Aw.
You like recognize it.
507.
No.
I'll stop there. It's not
I
507.
thought it was cute, but no.
Those.
Wait,
Nine-
do you know
952.
Jordan's phone number by heart?
Oh god.
I don't know Pat. I used to know my childhood
used-
friends all the time, and now I can't.
If I
do it.
saw it one more time, I'd remember it because I remember my mom's, my sister's, my dad's, and then Jordan's is always a little bit like wishy-washy. I'm like, oh shit. But if I was in an emergency, I'd probably have to call
I
my
know
mom,
yours
even though
is
she'd never
95
answer.
952.
Nope. Also, please don't. Please also don't.
Finish
I'm
it.
like, please don't.
Do you know
like,
our social security number?
I do.
101.3. 74512.
I was like 101.3.
No. Either way, those are our personas. Those are the boys that are in the room. Obviously, Brad the Baddie is not here, but we got his perspective on a lot of the questions we're going to ask the boys. So we have an extra guy perspective just in case if we're getting like the good guy perspective. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers when I say that right now because I'm like, oh my God, you're going to answer something and I'm going to be like, what the hell? Like even right before this, I go, well, Jordan, like you haven't been on the apps, have you? He's like, no, I've been on Hinge and Bumble. And I'm like what the
immediately jealous.
So immediately I'm like, are you kidding me? Like this, no, I'm like, no, it's not okay. I'm like, tell me who you matched with.
I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
And what's funny is I feel like a lot of the listeners might identify or think of their situation more so with Brad the Baddie.
Yeah.
Which is why we wanted to throw that perspective in there. And unfortunately, if you're single, you're probably dealing with a lot of Brad the Baddies.
A lot of Brad the Baddies. Taylor's nodding her head over there in the corner.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we start with the fun one because we've done episodes about this and it's the best. I think it's one of the best topics ever. It's the cringy things, female red flags. We did a male red flag or deal breaker episode. Honestly, I think we did it twice because it was so good.
Yeah.
We even brought it up in our 100th episode too. So if you're thinking about those, you want to listen back, go to those. But what are your biggest icks and red flags, boys?
Could we start with you guys maybe?
Yeah,
and then
let's do that.
when you run out of ideas, we have plenty to kind of help along and you can agree or disagree with them.
Yeah.
So pretending you're single, what is like a big ick or a big red flag for you?
Jordan,
In
you
a
go.
girl.
I have a couple.
Yeah, Cheryl.
Oh God, now I'm nervous.
I have a
Jesus, I'm
lot.
sweating.
I would say girls that have a ton of guy friends. I think it's weird both ways if you only have a lot of friends with one sex or the other.
Like a guy's girl.
Yeah, or vice versa, like a girl's guy. I just think that's weird if you don't have like a good mixture of friends.
I agree.
If she knows the name of the like door guy at the club, that's like a huge ick.
Oh my gosh.
I would never think of that.
That
funny.
is
Yeah.
hilarious.
That's a
because-
really good one because like you'll be standing in line and you'll see a girl walk up and be like, oh my gosh, Josh, can we come in, please? There's me and 3 people. It's like,
But wait,
Okay.
can we counter this?
no.
Because me and
This
Sis
is my
both
ick, and this is what
know the guys at
Yeah.
doors because that's how you get in as a
Red
girl, and we don't
flag.
want to have to pay or
Yeah.
wait in line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
red flag
Red
right there.
flag.
Boom.
Both of
Red
you.
flag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
fine.
Continue.
Yeah. Those are 2 big ones. I have a really weird one that I don't, this doesn't apply to you, babe, but I think it's
no.
weird. I don't like, it's more of just like a thing for me. I don't like the way that certain people run. Like you ever like
Oh,
watch
happened to
people
me,
working
yes.
out? You just kind of look at them and you're like,
immediate ick.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I don't run in front of girls.
Like, you know the people that run with their like hands kind of like little alligator arms?
Yeah,
Like
I do.
like a T-Rex, like that.
Can't do it.
Speaking from
Yeah.
2 people that teach running classes, yeah, we definitely have seen those because I always go strong wrists, and you go over and they're still going like this. You're like strong wrists, and then I literally go over and I'm like strong wrists.
That is actually one of my icks too, and I like wanted to see Pat run numerous times just to check his running form, like just see if this would be an ick. But I've literally never seen him run. But then one time he had a shit so bad, he ran down our hallway, and I thought he has normal run. Thank
You go, that's
God.
the love of my life right there.
Thank God, that's the love of my life. Run into the toilet.
Girls with no hobbies or guys with no hobbies, just
Yeah.
people with no hobbies.
Okay,
if you
fair.
like do the exact same thing every single weekend, it just gets really old. It's like, don't you have things to do other than just go?
I don't think you've
the
ever
same
said that to me
places.
before.
That's because you have a lot of hobbies.
No, what?
That's because
I
Sid's constantly hobbying.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
hobbying.
great. 'Cause
Sorry,
then
gotta
I
go
can
hobby.
too.
I do the same shit every weekend. I don't.
Yeah,
I
me
don't
and my
think you'd want
boyfriend-
to date me.
Maybe.
Do you have any more,
That's
Jordan?
okay.
Oh yeah, I have a ton.
Okay,
Oh my God.
start to bounce.
Okay,
then.
bounce.
Go.
Yeah.
I only had 2 written down.
Okay.
My one was being judgmental.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I don't fuck with that. You know.
Explain more.
Yeah.
close to the
I guess just like if someone's out in public, like doing their own thing, like I don't get the point of like why would they wear that or why
Okay.
would they be like acting that way? Like just fucking mind your business.
You don't know shit about that.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the girls
Yeah.
that make those comments to like the group too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Jordan's thing. It's like it's just anyone. Like this is just people that I would surround myself with, like not
Yeah.
just like a girlfriend, but
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I just don't really give a fuck what other people do. So.
I want you to literally make out the microphone today, okay? Oh, no,
Yeah.
don't. I don't want to hear that,
I
but I
just
want you to
licked
be
it.
there.
That's
I want you to
gross.
be close.
What's your second one?
What was my second one?
Jordan, you can go.
Let me look at my notes.
I don't like in significant others or people that you're dating when they just expect things, whether they're like social norms or just, whatever it might be. I don't like the feeling of I expect this or you need to do this for me because this is, blah, blah, blah.
Pat would say the same thing.
I don't even know of an example.
Really relate
of it,
to
though.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I expect you to go out with me or something like that. Like in our scenario,
No,
like,
it'd be like, I expect you to pick the restaurant. I expect you to pick me up. I expect you to
buy me an Oura
pay.
ring.
I expect you to do.
I expect you to buy me that Oura ring that you bought.
No, and it might,
No.
and sometimes it's just implied, and it just gives you the ick. It's like you expect me to do everything for this, and like I have to show you why I'm. Or like I'm worthy of your time. Like it goes both ways. Like,
and this is to clarify, this is like when you're dating, or what if it was like, I expect you to take the garbage out because I took it out the last 3 times. Like I'm just talking about
in general.
No, I'm literally saying this because some girl wrote into the question that I said female icks, and one said some guy better not say nagging because this is a goddamn relationship. Blah blah blah.
I see.
So I'm just trying to like push that.
In general, it has to be like two-way streets, especially in relationships, because one person is going to be better at something and the other person is going to be better at something, and you have to kind of hold your weight each way, pull your weight each way.
I like that.
Agreed.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was
and it
your
just
other?
puts pressure on it too, Like I don't like having pressure on me. And
Me
I don't
either.
I don't like putting pressure on other people, and then like I'd just rather it not even exist,
Yeah.
Yeah.
My other one was playing hard to get. I really don't like that. I think it's so fucking dumb. Like, and it's such a, like, I just won't even put the time into it, Like, I'll literally just stop talking to you if you're playing
But you
hard to get.
double texted me. Why was that?
Fuck.
But that's also like for me.
I did do that.
Yeah, I was really busy, but I was planning to like go on the first date with you, right? But seeing that you sent the double text, I was like, oh, this guy put in effort. So then I was, like I should respond. So I don't know. I think there's a.
Yeah, I don't think I took that as like you were playing hard to get. Like I could tell you were just busy.
Yeah.
And I almost didn't double text you. Honestly.
Wait, really? Because you thought she was playing hard to get?
No, just because I was like, that was more of just being insecure. I was like, oh, maybe she just like doesn't want me to, like, maybe she doesn't want to go on a date or whatever.
This is the exact issues that women have, though.
Yeah.
Like, they're like,
Yeah.
well, he didn't text me back, so, like, do I continue? Because it looks a little bit like I'm, like, being aggressive and needy and, like, being like, so, do you want to hang out with me again or not? Like, that's awkward.
Yeah.
But would you say that it's the guy's expectation of the guy? I know you don't like expectations, to, like, ask for the second date? Like,
Wait,
to
what do you
initiate
mean?
the second date. Let's say you guys went on a date and she's like, maybe not texting as much, but she's still like giving it, attention a little bit. Is it the guy's job to ask on the second
Good
date?
question. A lot of girls.
I think it could go
wonder.
either way. I don't know.
Okay.
What do you think, Jordan?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I think you just kind of do whatever you feel
Okay.
like. Whether you're the guy or the girl in the relation or in the, what do they call it nowadays? The situationship or the thing.
How about this? So if you and Sid went on a first date and she was like, I had a lot of fun. Like, thanks so much. She's texting you. Thanks again. That was a lot of fun. Would you initiate a second date with Sid?
If she had said that she had a lot of fun,
Yeah.
but didn't say we should do it
Yeah.
again. I mean, yeah, probably.
'Kay.
If
Would you?
if I also had fun.
Yeah. Would
Yeah.
you have initiated a second date with me if I was like, that was really fun? Like,
Well, I feel like that is like, it's just like a natural like conversation. Like I would I
Yeah.
would say like, yeah, I had fun too. Like, should we go on a second date?
Okay,
Or I
yeah.
would say, yeah, I had fun too. And like you would probably say, let's go on
Yeah,
a
the,
second
Okay.
date.
the problem is
Yeah.
people overthink it way
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you had fun, go on another date. If not, find a really nice way to say like,
No thanks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's, I think a lot of the times, and this is not an always, but women kind of come from the like nervous perspective, like after they go on a first date, even if they were the ones that maybe like didn't have as much fun as the guy. Like I'm truly like, I feel like women kind of sit back, and maybe I'm speaking from my own experience and what I've heard friends, but they'll come back and they're like, oh God, I hope he like asked me on another date. It's like, if you had a good time and there was good vibes, why are you worried of if he liked you as much as you liked him? You know what I mean? Like that's the perspective that I think guys don't understand as much.
And the rule of thumb that I've heard of and is the guys initiate the first 2 dates and the girl can initiate the third. It's have you heard this? It's literally,
I haven't heard that.
You have guys talk you're supposed to ask for the second date, and the girls can then maybe go for the third.
Well,
but
And if you don't, you are literally, no, it's kidding.
so I'm just saying that's like what that's what girls think.
That's probably why I haven't
But
had
why?
that many second dates. I don't know.
Because the guy should put
I'm telling you, guys don't think that at
No.
all. Guys have zero thought about any of that.
Yeah.
We're
Just
so
like,
dumb.
I'll either ask her out or I won't.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
That's
I mean,
good to know.
that's good. These are the types of conversations we want to have because even though we're in relationships, we weren't in one. Like, call it just a few months ago. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. 3
But
years
I
ago. 3 whole years ago.
just yesterday.
Jordan, just laugh a little bit, okay?
He did laugh.
Real laugh this time. Do you have any more red flags? Otherwise, we'll go through a few of our lists that we had
Go
people
through
write
the
in.
list. I don't want to have too many.
So these were listener write-ins to
Yeah.
Soph and I about their like guys' red flags. So these are guys saying these are my like ladies' red flags.
Sure.
Insecure. There was actually a lot of people that said she's insecure or insecure questions during the deed. That one I was a little like, I don't know.
I know. I saw that one. And I was like, ooh.
So insecurity in general, agree, disagree, and then insecure questions during sex.
I disagree to both. I don't know. I mean, if it's like a year in and that shit's still happening, like, yeah, probably like there's something wrong with your relationship. But like everybody's insecure at first, and I think it's fine to like put that out in the open. I don't know. I'm insecure about shit. I probably said insecure shit when we started dating.
I honestly don't even know what the second one means, so I'll just talk about insecurities.
Yeah.
But I think everybody's insecure. It's natural, and I just feel like if you have a good relationship or open communication with the person you're talking to, it shouldn't be a big deal at all.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, this one says doesn't understand my humor or importance of humor. Can't take the heat. Can't take the heat.
That's such a weird dude thing to say, but the better way to say it is that you just don't click, like you don't have the same sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know the like can't take the heat. That's
Yep.
a little weird for someone to say, but
Exaggerated porn moans in bed. This was from Brad the Baddie, actually, in particular.
I love that. I don't
it's
know.
probably a personal
Is
preference.
that a red
my
flag
God.
or no?
Like, no, I don't think so.
didn't
I don't
think
fucking
it.
know. Like, if I was having sex with someone, like,
You're not thinking about it that much. Is that what you're saying?
No,
either
you're
that
thinking
or
about
like,
it.
I would be like,
You good?
I would either be into it or I would think it was funny and like say something and like,
Play along.
I don't know. I've never had it happen. So
I don't think you really
care.
care. You
I
wouldn't
wouldn't care.
Okay,
I don't
that's a
think
good way
I'd
to put
care.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, short, uninterested texting or waiting days to respond. That's also Brad the Baddie.
Like the girl
Like
is
playing a
doing
game.
that to the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't. If I feel like they're actually trying to play a game, then no.
Yeah.
So you don't
Okay.
like games at all?
You don't fuck with it.
I don't. Why would you want to play games with somebody that you're trying to date?
Well, what if it was like early on? Would you? What is your
No.
like perspective on someone being like?
If somebody's doing that, I just don't think their heart's in the right place. Like, if you're playing games with somebody intentionally, what's their goal and what kind of person are they if they're doing that?
Oh,
I will say I played games a lot because I didn't actually like the guys, and so it would like make them.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
So your
And
heart wasn't in the right place.
My heart wasn't, and I would just like hang out with them because I wanted someone to hang with and validate me. And then when I went on the first date with you, after our first date, I literally didn't play one game. Like I was exclusive after our
Good.
first date.
good. or
So
else.
I
Yeah.
just feel like that sometimes is how it plays out or should play out personally.
The
I feel
short-
like. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the short texting thing's kind of hard. I don't.
Yeah.
Some people just don't text in general, and
Yeah.
it's like I also think people can't grasp that sometimes. Like, what do you mean he's not on his phone or he's not texting me back? It's like people do other things
Besides texting.
Yeah, besides texting, a lot of people are callers. Like I have one of my, Riley, one of my best friends.
Yeah.
He, like, if you text him, it's one word every time. Yes, no, or he just won't text you back. And then he is like the funniest, most talkative person when you meet him. That's just how he is.
Yeah, the people just are like
Yeah.
that sometimes.
Be like, hey, dude, you coming over today? Yes. When? I don't know. And that's it. Like, that's your
Yeah.
combo. But
bro, you mad?
yeah,
I like
some
that,
people just
actually.
aren't like that, So I don't overthink that.
The reason I asked the games playing is because a lot of girls think that's the best option. And, and like, even like probably 2 years ago when we started this podcast, we probably would have said like, play a little bit into it. At least like, don't be so easy, like come off so like, oh my God, eager. Like I'm so excited. It's like over the top when it's like, okay, take a breath. But the reason I said that was because I would always pretend like I didn't actually care as much because I'm such like I think I'm like a hopeless romantic in a way. So I always thought like everybody was like, I was there for a reason. I was talking to you because I wanted something out of it. So I would have to like pull myself back and pretend like, no, I don't care that you went to the bars and you disappeared. Like, it's like, I don't care. No, I don't at all. So it's like when I met Jordan and actually things felt normal, it's like I actually found myself forgetting how to be that other person. So like I was just acting how I should, and that's how you should feel. You shouldn't feel like, how should I act? How should I talk about this? Should I pretend like I don't care? Should I pretend like I do care? Like, it's like that disappears when you find somebody you actually care about. You know
Love
what I mean?
that. Agree.
Anyway, okay, back to these. Let's pick like 3 more.
When she has thick, fluffy, fake eyelashes. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the extensions.
Yeah.
Do you
I know
guys
what
I feel
you're
really
talking about.
bad.
Do you guys
saying
like these or don't like these?
no. Horrible.
I don't know. This is another one I just don't really care
I just feel
about.
bad because I know people that do that, and that's okay
It's
if they
not
want to
in-
do that. But I
Yeah,
don't.
that's
I
fine.
personally, I don't think that that's very cool.
Okay, fair enough.
I think they're hot as fuck.
No, you don't.
Talks about her ex all the time, is rude, and is always on the phone. That's 3.
Oh, I love that.
That was all of them.
Sophie
These are
talks
red
about
flags.
her exes all the time.
These
Yeah,
are red flags.
Yeah, of course those are red flags.
I know. Well, someone wrote them in. So
Wait,
sorry.
why would phone being on Do Not Disturb be a red flag?
if
my
your
phone's-
phone's always
Oh.
on Do Not Disturb.
My phone's always on Do Not Disturb.
Well, I imagine the person writing that is saying that because it means that their ex that they're talking about all the time is always texting. They don't want the person to see it.
What
But yeah, I wouldn't.
What about a Taylor Swift fan?
Sure.
Huge red flag.
Thank you.
No, go.
Someone wrote that
Thank
in.
you.
And I
No,
was like, oh my God.
I'm pretty neutral on T Swift. I don't
Yeah,
know. She's
neutral.
got some bangers, but not like a diehard fan.
What if they're constantly talking bad about their exes?
Yeah, it's a red flag.
You want to do one more, Soph?
I don't have any more. I'm out.
This one was obsessed with superficial things. That was the last one.
That one's a little bit. I mean, yeah, it could be a red flag, but again, I don't think you can dog people for the stuff that they like. It depends how they approach it. Like some people just like nice, fun, superficial stuff,
What if
and
they're
other people are liking it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. I would say obsessed. Like, it seems like that would be, but yeah, I agree with Jordan. Like, nice shit's nice. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Okay.
if you get like too caught up with it and like that's where like your value as a person lies, like yeah,
Yeah.
that's fucked up.
Yeah,
but
if
I
you're
think
doing
anyone would
things
say
out of
that.
the ordinary to obtain superficial things,
Yeah.
it's a little
Okay.
bit different.
Okay.
Okay, we're moving on to our
Moving
next next little segment here. So what next question was just what is the number one thing you look for in a girl?
Trustworthiness for me.
I'd say being able to be myself around them
Yeah.
and like, yeah, that kind of goes back to the judgmental thing. But
Yeah.
like sometimes if you feel like you're walking on eggshells around someone, like that's no good. And like I've been in not relationships like that, but like close to it. And it's just, I don't know. Like you'd think you wouldn't even like start something with a person that you feel that way around, but sometimes like you don't even really notice it until afterwards.
Yeah.
So I'd say that's a big one to look out for me.
Brad the Baddie said, "Can she hold a conversation and be interesting? Don't want to be talking to a brick wall. Attractiveness is big too. I'm also a sucker for cute smile and some nice eyes. What about, like other than personality and qualities?"
Other than personality and qualities, I don't know what that leaves.
Huge boobs.
Stop it right now. What actually?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, if we're being serious or like as a joke? Because like if
Serious.
we're being serious, like no, there's like not really anything other than
I mean, I like
Personality
ambition and drive. I think those are
Yeah.
important.
that's kind of
qualities.
personality, though. I would say, yeah,
Yeah, well,
sort of.
it can be. I mean, some people can have different person, just like they're grinders at work. And they're doing it for XYZ reasons, or yeah, I don't know.
Grinder. Would you guys say boobs or butt? Be honest.
It's a tough one.
Is it tough for you?
Yeah,
Better not be fucking tough. Oh, I'm pissed.
I mean,
You better answer correctly.
well, Sophie obviously wants me to say but I don't know. Like, well, first of all,
I know
it
you
doesn't.
watch- I
It
know-
doesn't matter. Like, of course, that's not why you're with someone. But
Exactly.
I know what porn you watch.
I don't watch porn.
He's sweating. He's sweating.
Uh.
There's a bead of sweat.
No, but actually, I think this is a good thing to bring up because it could cause insecurity for me because, example, Pat probably does like some big titties here and there, right?
I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah, like they're fun.
I feel like girls would like big titties
I
too.
love big titties.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're fun to play with. Sorry, Jordan. This is
Exactly.
making you uncomfortable.
They're
I'm
fun
going
to
to
play
continue.
with.
They are.
No.
You've played with them?
Yeah.
Who hasn't played with some
I
big
played
titties?
with Vanessa's boobies
Oh,
before.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, whose boobs are you playing with? I had to
Mine.
know. Yeah, his chest pecs.
And that's probably why I like pecs. But instead of coming from that perspective, I remember you saying like, oh, well, if you had big boobies, I'd probably want to look at some small boobies. And so that made me feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, you know,
Switch it up.
you know, I don't want to look at the same artwork every day.
Yeah.
You know, like I go to a museum.
As
and
long as you're
I look at
loyal.
the different paintings. Like, yeah. It's
But
the
you're
same
loyal.
thing.
But you're loyal to me. You're just looking.
At the paintings, yeah.
So okay,
The
you're
short answer is boobs.
Okay, fair. Oh, okay.
I'm kidding.
He's
Wait, are you? Be serious. Boobs or butt? Butt or boobs?
I'm only saying boobs because like that would be my high school answer. But now I just, you know,
either.
I like something to grab. That's fine.
All right,
So it's like,
Jordan.
Sophie, I love your boobs.
okay, go.
Are you guys gonna get in a fight?
No, they're not. Jordan, what's your answer here?
The latter.
Booty.
The butt.
Booty,
Okay.
booty, booty.
Consensus was definitely butt. Chad or Brad, Chatty Brad. What's his name?
Brad the Baddie.
Also said boobs. I meant butt. God dang it.
Oh, Brad likes boobs.
No. he likes
he's
butt.
like butt. Do you guys really care about having like flat stomachs, like girls having a flat stomach? We're talking about looks because this is something that a lot of women wrote in.
And are
they were
insecure
curious
about.
about it, and they're insecure about it. Yeah.
I guess in general, just like for all these questions, it doesn't fucking matter. Like
Thank you.
if you're going on a date with someone, you are like baseline attracted to them, right? And anything past that just doesn't matter. Like personality is gonna be the biggest thing no matter what. And nobody gives a fuck if you have a flat stomach. No.
I love that. I love that. I love that.
That was a good answer.
Jordan.
Thanks.
Yeah, I don't think flat stomach is. I don't think there's really any traits that you immediately look for, but I do think that when you're physically attracted to somebody, you're probably attracted to some type of body type.
True. That's fair. I would say the reason this is asked is because we are ladies. I have insecurities about wanting to have a flat stomach and like wanting to have abs, and I cannot even think of one friend of mine who has not made a comment about their body, especially their stomach. And
Yeah.
all of us, like a lot of women, and I'm not saying everybody, but most. And it's weird because guys are not thinking about that.
Yeah.
Like you're not thinking about our flat tummy or like our flabby arm or, you know, these things that we say to ourselves that are mean. It's like, it's crazy that we obsess over them so
Yeah.
much. And it's not even something that's like crossing their mind.
A flat stomach is a sign of infertility. I want a big uterus, you know? Like
Yeah.
that baby needs room to grow.
I love that.
Yeah.
You want to make your offspring.
Whenever I kind of complain, I'm like, oh, my body
just
image is
your
bad.
uterus.
You're like, babe, you have a fucking uterus. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Oh my God, that's
I
Do you
got
think
a
people are
uterus.
asking that question and they're really asking about weight? Or is
They're
there
asking about flat tummy. Because, I mean, I think a lot of times girls are afraid to get intimate because they're afraid of moving in certain positions and, like, not looking their best like they do in maybe their photos or sucking in or, like, I have a lot of friends that are like, I don't like doggy style because my belly's hanging out then, and it's like you can't even like enjoy the moment when a guy literally, why are you laughing? Because you
can't even.
You don't even
I
care.
mean, I don't mean to get into the mechanics of doggy style, but like, you can't even see their stomach. It's on the underside.
it's true.
It's like it doesn't work like
for
that.
starters, don't edit your photos. Like I don't think guys edit their
Yeah.
photos, and it's a lot different. I mean, I think that's you hear a lot of people say like, "Oh, I've heard your friends say this. Oh, he's way cuter in person." It's like, well, yeah, because he doesn't edit the shit out of his photos. He just takes
Yeah,
a
it's
picture
true.
of them, right?
Good
And it's
point.
like if girls did the same thing, I'm sure they wouldn't feel as insecure, and they just look how they look, and that's okay.
I actually really like that.
I do too. Good job, Jordan. I
Thank
like
you.
you more. Okay. Can I read the next question? Do you want to go?
You go.
Do you think that guys and girls can be best friends and it be platonic?
Platonic.
Sorry.
Play.
Platonic.
Yeah.
Brad the Baddie said yes, but he said a but. So go ahead.
Oh, you want me to read it?
I want to
no,
give my
I want
answer
there.
last.
I want
Yeah.
there. Pat, you go
Jordan,
first.
you go.
No, I want Pat.
Yeah.
I want Pat to go first because we've had a lot of discussion about this.
Well, no, I think I should go last because we already know we're gonna get in a debate about it probably.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a debate. I think it's yes, 1,000%. I've had girls that I'm friends with since 4th grade.
But
that
this
I've
is
never
this
looked
is
I
at
agree.
hold
like
up.
that
This
whatsoever.
is best friends. You text them every day. You call them. They're best friends.
I have 0 friends like that. So
0 girl
You
best
had-
friends.
besides Sydney,
You had a good girlfriend when we came into our relationship, though. Like a really good
Mel?
girlfriend. Yeah.
I have Mel and Jenny. I've never talked to anybody in my life every single day, except for maybe like my boss.
But I would consider you very close to both those
But
girls,
like if you,
right?
no,
I am, yeah.
But Mel was his best friend.
But I'm
Everyone
talking-
would tell me that Mel is his best
Okay,
friend.
I
So
was
it was,
gonna
at first, to be honest, I was like, okay, that's a freaking flag because that makes me feel weird.
I was gonna say if it's like if you have a guy and they're like, oh, who's your best friend? You're like, oh, it's Will. Like that's your best friend. But if you didn't have a guy best friend and it was a girl best friend, that's
Yeah,
so
I'd
you
still
said
say
yes.
the answer. Yeah, I'd almost say that probably shows that they're even better friends, right? Like my girlfriends have never been my best friends. All my best friends are guy friends. So if somebody has someone like that, they've probably been friends for a really long time.
Okay. So you're saying it's possible, it's just not as likely. And you're saying you don't have one.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. And does that make sense?
Yeah,
But it is possible.
This is what Brad the Baddie said, and I'm curious. They said yes, but he has to think she's ugly or think he'd be with her if she said the word. So like she really likes him, but he's like unavailable. So that is what, and I know that's bad, but that's literally. And then they also said, where is this?
It said, but what if she's hot? If I had a friend that was a fucking smoke and I liked her, she was a good human, compatible, etc., I'd definitely be curious about exploring more than just friends down the line.
So I'll say this before you even go, because I know Pat, whatever, but Pat probably has his opinion. I think it also depends on if they're in relationships or if the other person is in relationships. So for example, like if your friend, I've had like good looking guy friends, but I'm in a relationship. So it's like
Guy
not
friends,
gonna-
though, not best friends.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, Pat, your turn.
I disagree with Brad the Baddie.
Baddie.
Because one of my best friends is a girl, and she's hot, and like it's just never been the context of our relationship. Like we've both been single at the same time, and like it's literally never even like crossed our minds. Like we'll joke about it, like, damn, I wish like we weren't like actually just good friends, because then like we could just date each other and it'd be so much easier. Like,
But that's what I like can't wrap my head around.
I know, and, like most
I know.
people
They're
can't,
both,
but it's
'cause
just
they're
like
both hot, like.
You
And
think
I
I'm
love
hot?
How can you wrap your head around it for you, but not him?
I can't wrap it around for me.
You said you've
Yeah.
had friends that are good-looking dudes.
Yeah, but one person always wants something, and that's usually
So if one person wants and one person doesn't, and you know one person doesn't, how can't you wrap your head around him or
because they both don't.
But like, well, how is that? I thought of this in the car on the way over, and I didn't tell you. But think about like a bisexual person,
Yeah.
like someone that like
Oh,
in
very
theory
true.
could be attracted to either. Like, can they not have any best friends that are attractive? Like that just it doesn't make sense. Like that's not how relationships work with people. Like if we weren't dating,
Yeah.
like I think we would probably be good friends, and like we would have just known when we started like building a relationship that
Yeah.
wasn't what it was going to be, and that'd be fine. Like I
Okay.
think there can definitely be gray area where like both of you do think like, oh, maybe there is something there, and then you're building a relationship that like, okay, maybe that is going to lead to
Yep.
like some
yeah, but
romantic
you can't pretend
thing.
like it. Everybody thinks about when they meet somebody, they have a million thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
First impressions. It goes through their head. Oh, could I talk to that person or not? Whatever. You're lying if you're saying that you don't. So of course there's always going to be some like little 1% area, but really quickly, oh no, I can't date that person.
Yeah,
I don't like that
exactly.
person.
Yeah.
That person, likes other things. I could never see us together whatsoever. Like boom, done.
And it wouldn't
Yeah.
have taken that long to figure it out. So like I feel like
Right.
if it's somebody who's mature, like either they've already tried or the decision's already been made. So I see what you're saying. But
Yeah,
it is
now-
hard to wrap your head around a little bit because you're
Like,
like,
I
because
get
we're
that,
girls
yeah,
and we're
yeah.
like, what?
we're like, what are
But
you doing over there?
I
You
actually
know?
really like the bisexual comment because I kind of understand that a little bit more. And
Yeah.
coming from you and Jordan, I think I agree with your answer completely. And I obviously I love your best friend and I love you. So I totally get your answer because I know you. But for girls listening, And if you were a Brad the baddie, you cannot. I don't think if you're a Brad the baddie, maybe that you could not want something more.
Yeah.
Or unless they were in a relationship. So that's my opinion.
I agree. I have like a really good best guy friend from college, Ty, and it's never been there. But like,
Ty
but
Dolla
also
Sign?
Ty Dolla Sign,
That's
yeah.
sick.
No, like Tyler the Creator.
Oh, shit.
No, but I'm kidding. But like I became closer to Jordan, and then we kind of like drifted just friends. We're not best friends anymore. Do you know what I mean? So like, I don't know. I don't know.
I think that's cute that we would be best friends though if we weren't dating. I like that.
Yeah,
That's
see?
nice. Yeah.
Cute.
Okay, these
Okay.
next questions are for Pat.
Oh.
Pat, because Brad and Pat are going to answer these. Can you see our butt hair?
Just like right now?
No, but
No,
like
not
during
through my pants.
during sex, like if you forget to shave, can you see our butt hair?
Like probably, yeah, every once in a
Yeah?
while. I don't know.
Have you seen my butt hair before? Be honest.
Yeah. But it's not like,
Was it bad?
it's like little scraggles.
Well, I'm going to go shave after this.
Alrighty.
But like, that's another one where it just doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
you
Brad
know.
said, yeah, but I don't mind. Probs
Hey.
prefer clean shaven, but anyway.
I agree with Brad on
Sid
that
did,
one.
Sid did not finish that sentence.
No.
But anyway,
Brad said, in particular, would props prefer clean shaven if I'm eating it? Period.
I
see,
literally
I
read
don't
it
even
and I was like,
mind. Yeah.
whoa, Jesus, Jiminy Christmas.
you get a little free floss if it's there, though. You know? What if you got a little popcorn seed stuck?
Oh
and you
my
got,
God.
Do you guys see
that
how
out.
it's so funny to see the parallels of like you and Pat and Jordan and I sometimes? I'm like, holy shit, it is crazy. You find somebody who's like semi similar to you, but like not
Yeah.
the same. It's
Yeah.
just crazy. Okay, go ahead with the next one. Sorry.
Can you tell if these are literally and I feel like y'all are like,
No,
Jordan's
no.
like, what the fuck you asking
No,
these?
these
But like
were
these are
actually
literally
written
written in by girls.
Yeah, I will.
Can
I
you
will-
tell if she is tight or loose down there?
no, I
Okay,
don't
Brad-
think so.
Brad
And
the baddie said yes.
Also, Brad the baddie can be a little
I
cocky.
don't- I mean,
you know what I
like-
mean? I'm like, okay, relax, bud.
like maybe like a little bit at first. I feel like and this is testing my knowledge of human anatomy,
Yeah.
but I feel like it just so depends on like the mood the girl's in too. Like dilation's a big thing, you know? Like if you try
Yeah.
to shove it in there when they're not ready, like,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's so tight. But
Yeah,
like,
like-
what?
Yeah. Is
Then
that a
you guys
compliment
just
or
didn't have enough foreplay or something.
Yeah,
So,
true. Actually,
I
it's
don't
like
know.
not
yeah.
a compliment to what
Yeah,
you're doing, buddy.
right.
Okay,
what about
fair enough.
odors? Does
Love them.
I forget what the question was.
All of them.
Just like, does it bother you if there's like an odor, if it's not like overpowering? That was one of the questions that was written in.
Well, the overpowering thing threw me.
No. If it's not
Oh, if
overpowering.
it's not- I thought you
'Cause-
said if it's
okay,
overpowering.
Because as
I
a
was like, oh, I don't
woman,
know.
and I know this
Odors
is weird,
change.
they change, they
Yeah.
fluctuate, they also get worse if you've got like your period's coming or
For
it's your
sure,
period's
yeah.
there or like there's infections that are not icky, but they do cause odor.
Like
Are
yeast.
there,
so I'm
are there
saying not-
non-icky infections?
Well, there's
Yeast
I say
infections are
yeah.
very
But
common.
like well, yeah, they're common and it's like
UTI.
fine. But I feel like you want to get that fixed
You,
before
you do.
Yeah.
You're
do
actively
anything
fixing
crazy
them.
down there. You know?
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if it's not a crazy
No,
odor, it doesn't
no,
bug you.
Doesn't bug. If anything, I like it.
Okay.
I've actually seen like some memes about that where it's like I can't even remember what a video is, but it'd be like an out of context video of like some
Dying.
guy like ripping through the jungle or something, and it's like when she says like she hasn't showered or something like that.
No way.
And he's like
You
trying
like
to
a
get
sweaty
to her like
badge.
before she like rinses off the seasoning or
Oh
something.
my god, you're kidding me.
no.
Jordan literally
Yeah.
will tell me if I smell even like a little stinky. I'd be like, babe, you need to go put on deodorant. Pat's
yeah,
like-
but that's your armpits. That's different.
Hey,
Oh, I'll lick
okay.
that stuff right off
Again,
the arm.
context is very much needed for that because
Yeah, true,
smell
true.
your armpits and you need to put on deodorant.
He's
It's
like-
okay.
It's
like-
guess why? You want to know why? It's because I've been using this stick of freaking hands or soap. It's like a bar of soap, and it has no smell, and I didn't know that. I just assumed that if it's in there and it suds it up, it has a smell. It didn't have a
Yeah.
smell, so obviously it wasn't taking away my odor.
Could you
of
smell
any
it?
sort. Well, no, but I've had a really poor sense of smell since I had COVID, and
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
And so I just don't, unless
Yeah.
it's perfume, I really don't smell much.
Mm-hmm.
Like to be honest.
That would have been very good context to say before that.
Yeah, I was like, couldn't
But-
you smell that there was
but
no
that-
smell?
Jordan yells at me if I even smell it all. It's like, okay.
Oh, so you're
let's
trying to do
settle
her
down here.
a favor
You literally
because-
weren't
yeah.
wearing deodorant.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
But no. But that vaginal odor question was important because, yeah, like I'm in a relationship and I'm still insecure about that sometimes. I'm like, I'm sorry, was I smelly? You know, and you're like, oh no, like, no, not at all.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
I feel like you don't really notice
No, I don't
when I
notice.
do have like the fluctuation in my odors with my cycle. I'm like, oh, like I always say something because I'm still like, was that bad?
Well,
It's
why
like,
don't
no?
they? Why do they make wipes for the first? Women have like vaginal wipes. First of all, they're not good for
Don't
you.
use
But like,
those.
Yeah.
but I'm saying like this is a real insecurity that women have. It sounds crazy, but it's like we have to wear underwear for God's sakes because of like things that happen down there. That like just it's an organ that just cleans itself all the time. So it's a lot. It's a lot going on. It's a lot to think about. It's true. It's like trust me, I know it's not. I don't think it's cute, and I think it's frankly a little bit gross, but it's true. It's true.
Exactly.
Okay, on to the next segment.
Dating.
God dang it. Dating, zaddy.
Ooh.
If you're into a girl, how do you show it?
I'll do Brad the Baddie first.
Okay.
He says plan stuff. It's that simple. FaceTime her instead of text her. Make the effort to plan a date. If I'm into her, I will also bring her around my friends. And then natural progression is I'd ask her if we are exclusive. And I was
Bless
like,
you.
damn, Brad the Baddie had it down
Yeah,
because you wouldn't expect them to actually. Brad the Baddies are very likely to text here and there, maybe not get back to you, text you for a hookup, maybe come out to the bar, but yet he still has a plan for if he were to actually like want to lock something down. So maybe it's just the fact that you're not the right match.
And the reason someone's asking this is if you're into a girl, how do you show it? Because they're wondering, why am I not getting that same repercussions? How do you guys do it?
I would probably say it's like one-on-one time, dating wise, like an actual date, making dinner, going out somewhere. If you're just, I mean, yeah, you can have somebody meet your friends, but if it's just like out at the bar or out doing something, it's not very special. Like if you actually like the person, you're probably going out on actual dates, doing something with them, just you two.
Love that.
I like that.
Yeah. That's a way better answer than mine.
What was yours going to be, Pat?
Well, and this is like a real answer that I actually do, but it's mostly just because it's like my vetting process. So I get like really like overly weird so that I know if it's going to scare them off. And then like if they get weirded out and they don't want to talk to me anymore, like just clean cut, you know, right from the start. So like I let everything fly at first and then kind of like I probably
do the
don't
same
dial
thing.
it back, but like I could dial it back
Okay.
after that, you know. But like yeah, all the cute stuff too, you know, go on dates, that's great.
Plan.
Like tell them that you like them. That's always an easy
Would
one.
they be able to tell via text? Like, is this person able to tell if you like them if you're texting?
No.
Pat double
Oh.
texted me, so I thought yes. I thought
Well, that's also like on a dating app, so like
no, it was over text at this point.
but like we met on a dating app, so like
Yeah.
there's you're clearly the intention
me.
is that like
Yeah.
we're gonna be going on a date.
You're
you know?
Jordan. If you're interested in me, are you texting me and being clear about what your intentions are?
I mean, that's a lot to unpack. Like, I'm not just gonna text you after the first date and be like, "Here are my intentions with you."
No,
Sydney K."
but you said no to the answer, so I'm
Yeah,
just
I
asking.
said no to the answer because I think it can be very hard to discern what somebody's saying over text a lot because
So you'd call her.
Text can be taken wrong
Yeah.
a lot,
Yeah.
right? Like, there's days Sydney will text me and I'm working and I'm like short. She's like, "Are you mad at me?" I'm like, "No, I'm not mad at you."
I don't say
I'm
that every
working."
time, by the way. I'm not insecure. Thank you.
That's what
No,
an
you are
insecure
not. That's
person would say.
I'm just trying to give an example.
I'm not afraid.
I'm trying to give an example to make a point. Like even people that know each other really well can not understand text messages all the time.
Okay,
So-
but not everything is going to be like this whole unpack of like that direction. I'm just saying this because I'm trying to help the ladies out there. Like,
yeah, well, the ladies need to know that they're not going to just understand everything via text or via phones. Like they need to go on dates or they need to talk and speak.
They will
in
face.
person.
They will face. I think FaceTime is a really good sign too. I feel like
Yeah.
guys a lot of times FaceTime. Did you guys FaceTime?
I hate FaceTime.
Jordan
we
absolutely
FaceTime-
despises
I
it.
get nervous though.
Remember when we would FaceTime? I would get so nervous at the beginning. We'd FaceTime for hours though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
it was
I don't
good.
And
do
I
that.
peed myself.
See, I'm personally a texter or like I want to be like with you and hanging out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just don't. You can't. For every person's different. You can't just make
And
a
that's
blanket
key.
statement about that.
Because
No,
you're
yeah.
older than Pat, and Pat's younger, and I think your generation is a little more like FaceTimey, and yours is more like let's go do something in person. So find the persona. identify, move on.
I'm
Next
just
right.
a nervous little boy.
Do you do guys hold themselves to the same dating standards that they'd expect women to follow?
What are they?
Man, I don't know.
You guys, these are
What's that
not
mean?
nitpicking
These
questions.
are
No,
rapid
this is-
fire.
it's
Y'all
a
gotta
good
speed
question.
this shit up a little bit. This is how podcasts work. You go boom,
No,
boom,
this is how
bitty,
female
boom.
podcasts work. Male podcasts break everything down.
already
put
had
it
a-
in a
That's actually
spreadsheet.
interesting.
We're already
because-
at an hour. We have so many more important questions
this is
to go.
so context dependent
Maybe
too.
it'll be a
Like,
2-hour episode.
who's getting pissed?
Me and Sid.
Sorry.
You guys, these are questions that actually people wrote
repeat
in.
the question.
So
Repeat the
these
question.
are people genuinely wanting to know these things.
Yeah,
Do
we're
guys
giving-
hold
We're giving
themselves?
genuine answers.
Oh, okay. Do you guys
Jinx.
hold themselves to the
Feeling
same
soda.
dating standards that you expect women to hold or to follow? Sorry.
So let's unpack this.
I'm sorry. I'm really not following the.
No,
Yeah,
okay, I have an
can we
answer. I
go
have
to
an
the-
answer.
Okay.
I mean, it's just depends. Like some guys know, and that's probably a shitty dude that you don't want to spend time with. But like, if there's a dude that like genuinely wants to get to know you and like is a good dude, like yeah, he'll probably hold himself to those standards, if not higher.
The reason we it's because people just like literally.
Oh, yeah.
they
No,
have
it's a good
They have
question.
no
It's a good
separation of like, is this a good guy or not? Like,
Yeah.
am I in a good relationship or not? Like, it's hard because people contemplate.
Yeah.
So the reason we're asking is because of the blatant answer of no.
Right.
It's not to make you guys like you're like, oh, guys always
Oh
get
no,
attacked.
I don't think that
It's
at
like
all.
it's the we need to be blatantly obvious to
Yeah.
women that are out there that are struggling to differentiate their relationship.
No, I get that, but I mean, I would just say in general too, like, just treat guys like an individual. Like, if they're a
Yeah.
shit person, like you'll catch on. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
people are smart, you know. Like, if there are a shit ton of red flags, like they're doing shitty things and they're not responding, just don't fucking date them. You
Yeah.
know, don't you wouldn't be friends with a girl that did that stuff to you. So don't date a guy that's doing that stuff to you.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's not rocket science.
Boom.
It's just a person.
Exactly.
I love that one.
Yeah.
Okay, this one I was pretty shocked by. Are you more afraid of being cheated on or being the cheater? And I was shocked because I had Brad the Baddie. They're both. Wait, why was the reaction like this?
Wait,
Let me-
I know. Don't
Because you
say
can,
it, Brad.
like,
the Bad
why
yet.
would you be afraid of something that you can control? Like, I'm not afraid
Yeah.
of cheating. Like,
Yeah, that's
'cause
the
of-
winner, baby.
Oh, your ring.
Yeah.
well, I mean, that's like the obvious. It feels so like I don't even need to say it.
Yeah.
Her ring just hit like a bone in my hand, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm actually gonna cry.
Don't say it's
Of
the
course, you would
clitoris.
be scared getting cheated on. If you're cheating on somebody,
We
you
high-fived
clearly
so
have
hard.
Yeah.
the wherewithal to do that, and you're not scared.
Sid, I think we did well.
We hit the jackpot, is what I'm about to say.
Because what did Brad the Baddie say?
So Brad the Baddie had a little mix. At first, he was like definitely being cheated on. I think if a girl cheats, I'd say I'm more scared of them cheating because he's never. This person said, like I said, never have and never been close to anything. But if I was with something serious, I would obviously trust them, and I wouldn't think that they ever would. I'd be more scared of fucking it up for myself. Like when a girl, yeah.
That's such
I'm
a
not
dumb
gonna.
answer.
I'm just gonna leave it
Yeah,
at that
I don't
because
know who
I
that
know.
Brad. If he ever comes over here and actually reveals himself in a podcast, I'm going to tell him that's the dumbest thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Typically, when a girl starts to see a person or hook up with a person, it's because there's a little more emotional connection, attachment there. This is from Brad the Baddie, by the way. Guys can hook up with a girl and be tied less to her emotionally. So when the girl cheats, it's because she felt something there that she didn't feel with you.
That's such a fucking cop out. Like, no.
That sounds like something he heard on a Andrew Tate podcast. That's
So,
honestly what it
so the
sounds like.
consensus is you definitely are more afraid of being cheated on.
Yeah, if you
Out of
actually
those
love the
two?
person, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Does it bug you when she flirts with your friends? Like, what's crossing the line?
Nah. You can
Yeah,
flirt with whoever.
I mean,
Yeah, you flirt with all my friends and actually not girlfriends, just guys.
I flirt with guys a lot. Yeah.
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 I don't really know what the line. I don't know how you draw a specific line, but I don't think it depends on what you mean by flirting.
Yeah.
right?
Because
If it got like real.
I don't think it really bothers guys.
guys
I really don't.
That's what I'm trying to. You know what I mean? Because with girls, we're like, don't fucking flirt with my friends, please. Like,
I
for the
actually
love of
also
God, don't flirt with my friends.
I actually really wouldn't care if I'm honest.
I-
Like if
I
Pat
mean-
flirted with you,
You
I
would
literally wouldn't care.
well, I mean, if it's inappropriate, yeah.
You
But I
care
also
when
have
you
a lot
care
of
when
stuff.
I talked and send meme to your friends. I like that. You get a little fire, a little protective.
Because
do.
sometimes
Mama
I'm like,
bear.
you fucking sent a meme to somebody else and not me. Like, what if I'm funny? Like, what if I want to fucking laugh? So he likes it a
Wishful
little
thinking.
bit. Thank God I got a guy that like likes a little.
No, but it
tiny
doesn't
bit
mean
of
it
fire.
means I'm not gonna do it. Like I'm still gonna do it, but
Yeah.
I'm not flirting. I'm just like I love your friends too.
I
Like,
know
Yeah.
our friends are family now. Like I meant more in the beginning when I was a lot more like on the edge of like, am I gonna get hurt again? Because you can't help that feeling.
Can I tell a funny story about you?
Oh God.
It'll only
Yeah.
Do
take
it.
2 minutes, but Sydney and I went on our 2-year anniversary
Oh no.
date to Billy Sushi, and we got into
I can't wait.
we got into an argument because Sydney asked me if I think anybody else is attractive. And I'm like,
Okay,
well,
can
babe,
you tell them how much
no,
I had to drink?
Stop. I'm telling a story. I'm like, well, babe, I mean, yeah, I think like you'd be crazy if you didn't think anybody else was attractive.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, I only have eyes for you. I'm like, you don't think Brad Pitt or Matthew McConaughey or like somebody's attractive? You're like, no. And I'm like, and then of course I give this answer while we had drank a large bottle of sake. But
No,
then I gave
the largest
it was
bottle
a
of
huge,
sake.
it was like a gallon of sake.
No,
but then
you guys,
Defensive.
this is what put her over the edge. I go, yeah, we were just at, Joey and Ariana's wedding, and I thought Joey's mom looked attractive. And Sydney loses it. Like, loses it. You've never looked at me the way you looked at Joey's mom. I'm like, babe, we were just at a wedding. Joey's mom was dancing with them. And she,
Okay.
She looked good.
Am I
Doesn't
allowed
mean
in?
I don't think any, like,
I have actual
Okay.
tears.
Can I? Okay. First of all, I was not at dinner anymore at this point. I was literally not physically there. Physically, my body maybe was there. Mentally, I had floated away. I'm not there anymore. No,
my
seriously.
God.
I was so. No, you guys, I have not been that hammered in. No. Second of all, sitting here, that is the most ridiculous conversation I've ever heard in my whole life.
Yeah.
Obviously, Joey's mom looked gorgeous. Like the
Yeah.
thing, I think what was happening, and this was around a little bit of a personal bumpy stage in our relationship, is I felt like I'm a words person, words of affirmation, and I felt like I wasn't getting the things that I needed, and I did not know how to express that at the time. Like personally, I needed Jordan to tell me I was attractive to make me feel confident because I was hearing it from friends, or you know what I mean? Like you're out and you're like, oh, people are like, oh my God, you're like, whatever, just weird comments you hear from random people time to time. Like
Me
out.
sending you pictures of our screenshots.
Yes,
from
like
YouTube.
Sophie, and she was hyping me up, and I was like, damn, it would feel good to get that from my guy, like my boyfriend, but I feel like I just haven't got it. It was a personal insecurity that I had created into a drunk scenario.
Yep.
Do I
it's still hilarious.
That is
It's
Yeah,
so
that's still
fucking
funny.
It's
good
all to
story,
bring
though.
the point around that, like,
Yeah.
even when you're in a relationship, like, it's okay to think other people are attractive. It's like, those are all things.
Yeah.
You love the person you love because of their personality, they're your best friend, like a million other things.
Yeah.
Like, you just wouldn't be a normal person if you didn't, talk to the opposite sex or
Yeah.
think other people. Like, this just normal human nature.
Yeah.
I think including the best friend thing too. So it all kind
Agreed.
of comes together.
We have a little scenario for you that somebody wrote in. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to that real quick,
Is
because then we can do
this
some rapid
Brad
fire
the
and get out of
baddie
here.
guy? 'Cause
No. This
dude
is a
is
woman
nuts. He
scenario.
He seems like a doucher.
Okay, listen up here. So,
This is from a girl.
I have always believed in the term, if he likes you, you'd know. And I still think that's true, but I don't know how to read my guy friend. We both are finally single and we aren't going out as much. Honestly, he's always flirty with me, but mostly when we are in a drinking setting. When we go out, I find his hand on my back and us laughing at the bar together, but nothing ever comes of it. Last week, our friends went to the galley and we all had the blast not binge drinking. I was still getting flirty vibes, but nothing is moving forward. He isn't a loud, super outgoing guy, but he isn't the quietest guy either. How the heck do I know when to make a move? How do I even know if he's over his recent ex? We don't text really, but we see each other all the time. I'd feel so weird randomly texting him because I'm so nervous and I have nothing to say. Like, how does she know if she likes it or if he likes her? Like, what the heck? That's a scenario. What are your thoughts?
Well, clearly she does have something to say if she's writing into a podcast asking for advice.
That's fair.
That would be the first, is like, you do have something to say. You're just nervous whether or not you should say it. Because it sounds like what she wants to say is, are you interested in me? Because I think I could potentially be interested in you. We should see what's going on. But she doesn't want to make the first move. She wants the guy to, because that's another just general thing that normally happens in relationships when people are waiting for something. If it were me and I was the girl in the relationship,
That's my girl.
Yeah, I would try to set up something just casual, kind of like when you and I first, after we had first Matt was like, "Oh, what's going on? Do you need help with this?" And we just talked about like work and life goals. Mm-hmm. And you could tell there was
casual finance.
I know.
meeting right off the bat. What the
But
fuck?
No, it was actually
Yeah.
work goals. She wanted like career advice.
Sounds like Sid. That's
I know.
Yeah, she
you
wanted
guys.
career advice, but like we did that, and you could tell, like I could tell
Yeah.
she liked me and I liked her. And when you're in person, you get those.
Jeez.
I think I said this earlier in the podcast. It shouldn't just be going out with a bunch of people, drinking bars, like get together by yourselves. And this girl can totally ask this guy if he's truly her friend. Let's go grab a coffee. Let's go do something. Let's go to a workout class, whatever. And you'll know pretty quickly.
Yeah.
That's
So
what I would
basically,
say.
you just gotta grow a pair and do it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be. Oh, sorry, I just yelled. But it doesn't have to be a date. It doesn't. I don't know why people get this like idea that we have to go out and this has to be a date. Just go hang out.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
The only thing I'm wondering is, I think she wants a quick answer because she wants it from a male perspective. She wants to know if you guys think this guy likes her from the situation.
If she's
There's no way
seeing
to
him,
tell.
well,
I'd say probably yes, but
yeah.
like
If I had to put odds on it,
Yeah.
like a bookmaker, like 70%.
He
yes,
loves to gamble.
30%
Can you tell?
No, I do love gambling, but if I don't think it's a coincidence that she sees him all the time. So like they're always in the same places together. It sounds like he's putting his hand on her back at the bar, and like they're taught, like probably does like you. He should.
And
find a
he's
way
probably
to-
too nervous too. Like if it's always drinking when he like starts to flirt with you and like be touchy with you, like
Yeah.
he's probably just nervous. So
Since you guys
Yeah.
have so many followers, this needs to be a PSA for guys out there. Like, it is really hard to be a guy and date. Even when Sydney asked if I was on a dating app, and she looked surprised that I was. I'm like, there are no other options. It's really, really difficult for guys. So I think it would help a lot if girls were more, forthcoming and not always expecting the guys to make the first move. Like, just go out and ask to hang out.
Pat, do you agree?
yeah, I think so. Cause like, I mean, I got nervous when I was like trying to date people and like find someone like
You feel
Yeah.
desperate.
That's-
You
yeah.
feel like I have to go on a dating app. I have to initiate the conversation.
For sure.
I have to ask this person out, and you have to do that over and over and over again. And eventually, like, they wonder why people get, not wanting to do that or not making moves because they've been rejected so many times.
Yeah.
Or like putting in all this effort and getting absolutely nowhere. Like, it's
Yeah.
no wonder they just go out to the bars with their boys all the time.
yeah.
You have a great time.
Yeah. Okay. It's good to hear that perspective, actually.
Yeah, it is. From that scenario, I'm just kind of going back
Yeah.
because I like how they answered with, why does my microphone keep getting lower? I like how they.
I don't know.
Do
I
you
think
see me?
don't keep moving it up, because every time you move it up, it makes a
Gets
lot of
flaccid,
noises.
Yeah.
I think I like how they answered with the scenario that he had good intentions because I feel like we were thinking something different.
Oh,
I know,
like he just
that's
wanted
why-
to fuck.
And it's kind of
When they
like
were drunk? Yeah,
it's
it could
kind of
be.
like the girls, like that's how we feel.
Because that's
You know?
that's our biggest
But,
fear. Like
yeah,
that is
yeah.
like our insecure.
That's
like,
Jordan's
feeling.
answer was good though, because
Yeah.
if you like, if they
way
are
better.
friends, like yeah, maybe you're a little nervous to like ask him to do something as a friend, but just be like, hey, like I feel like we're not going out as much. Like I miss seeing you. Let's hang out. And then
Yeah.
that's normal. Like you're doing a friend thing, and then you'll be able to tell like if he really just wants to like fuck when he's drunk, or if he like actually likes you.
True.
You just kind of have to put yourself out there
Yeah.
that first and only time. Like you have to do that. We have
Yeah.
to start doing that. And we encourage, though, I will say, especially when we're talking about dating, we encourage girls to put themselves out there
For
as
sure,
the first
yeah.
person. We're
Well, and
always
it can be
team
both
that.
sides. Yeah.
Yeah. So like we've been encouraging women on that listen, like out
Well,
there to
she
just
had
do
said
it.
nothing's come of it, so I had already assumed that wasn't a part of it.
What do you
Okay.
mean?
Just like getting drunk and
The
hooking up,
person
it's not
had
happening.
said when she
Oh,
wrote
got
in,
it.
nothing has come of it.
I
So I'd
see.
already figured if that
Yeah.
had happened, like it's a lot different
Yeah.
answer.
Mhm.
But
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Oh yeah, but what Sid said, like I'm always like make the first move.
Yeah.
I think girls making the first move is a fucking
It's
power
such a power
play.
play.
That's
like
why I
it
double
is.
texted you.
You made
Yeah.
I made the first physical move.
That's true.
that's different. Though.
I wouldn't have kissed you for like a year.
Yeah, that's what I thought, which is why
I didn't make the first physical move with Jordan. I was not the first to kiss.
Or the first
was waiting
ask on
for
a
him.
date. Yeah.
How did it transition from a work meeting to going on like all of a sudden dating?
I think we went to Wakame, right?
Okay,
Were you like,
there's
let's
a-
make a work, let's
No.
go to Wakami as work, or was it like,
Jordan-
hey, I like you, let's go on a date?
He gets the timeline a little confused, and that's okay because we're not perfect. No, it's because it was COVID. So it was literally May 25th. It was Emma's birthday. I remember. That's when we went on our first group gathering date because Soph, we all went on the boat, remember?
Yeah.
Then
Hold on. When I picked you up from the boat, was that at Emma's house?
Yes.
Out here on the lake?
Yes.
Oh.
So then when he
I
asked
do be
me,
getting stuff confused.
see,
I do
so
be.
then he asked if we'd want to do like a goal setting because I was like we were talking about our life and like what things we were working on, and COVID was weird, couldn't go to a restaurant, so we went to the goal setting thing. Then he invited me over to come over again, and he had made this charcuterie board.
No, but
fucking
that's-
spread.
yeah.
No, but that's the
And that was the transition.
no
that right there.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that question is that's the moment I'm wondering about. Like, was he like?
I played it off. I asked
Like
her to
how-
come back to review stuff, and we just didn't.
Okay,
We didn't look at it.
okay.
We did not look at it.
Yeah.
I saw the little 2 wine glasses
Yeah.
sitting there. I was so nervous. I was sweating. And
We watched
there
the
was so
Ted
much,
Bundy
there's literally
Netflix
so
thing, I
much
think.
charcuterie.
It's romantic.
Oh yeah, it was so romantic. We literally watched, it was
This
scary.
guy's just killing chicks.
So you're like,
It
you
was
want to?
so disturbing.
So you
Do
were
you
like,
like
you want to
this,
come
Sydney?
back?
And I don't mean to downplay that. I shouldn't say it like that, but it was kind of weird.
It
Like,
was
in
dark,
COVID,
for
we're
sure.
watching the Ted Bundy Netflix series.
Everyone said to
That was
watch
a
it.
good show, though. Yeah.
And we're like,
Yeah.
we couldn't kiss during that because that's just like creepy AF. So anyway.
Okay, so you were actually like, okay, we're gonna go back and review, and then
Well, Jordan.
okay,
I
got
kind of
it.
let him
I love that.
kind of let him carry it because
Because-
he was so assertive and it was so refreshing, and I was clear that I was very interested too. So him like kind of running the situation I was like,
Yeah.
cool.
So as a female, maybe make sure they know that.
Oh,
you
he
like
knew.
them. Yeah.
He knew I was excited, but he
Yeah.
was running the situation, if that makes
Cute.
sense. So
Love
I was just
that.
like, absolutely yes.
Okay, that was helpful. I feel
That was
like.
very helpful. Get down.
Y'all, I
Nixon.
think we've been recording. We were trying to make our episodes shorter, and this is way too long. So I think we're gonna wrap this shit up. Our Straight Candid moment listener this week was honestly just the boys sharing theirs at the beginning of the episode. So we're so sorry we don't have one for you this week, but stay tuned because our LA Straight Candid moments are gonna be.
They're about to be
fucking
insane.
Have
Is-
fun in LA.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
We're
actually
hyped.
super cool.
We're
gonna be
freaking
fun.
hyped.
You're not
excited.
going with them, right?
No,
We
I
could-
kind
dude,
of,
we
I
could
kind of
live.
want to.
Pat,
Oh, we
you
could go to the
could.
gym.
Pat literally was like, I gotta ask Sid if I can go to LA.
I mean, if
Yeah.
you guys want to come, I wouldn't be bothered by that.
I'm gonna be. I have a golf thing that.
What
those
week is
days.
it? Well, this does not need to be
yeah,
on the
no.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
talk
We're
about
like,
that
we can
later.
talk about it later. But
Yeah.
I will say, should we reveal one of the guests that we're excited about because
Yeah, you
they've
should.
listened this far?
Oh yeah.
I was excited.
Yeah.
Do the big one.
Which one?
The big one.
You say it. I'm scared. What
I
if
don't
it's-
want to be wrong.
What if it
So-
was one that we?
How about I
still a
share the-
maybe?
Can I
It
share
could-
the one
maybe it
I'm most
could've been
excited
that.
about?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, freaking Harry Jowsey. Pat didn't even know who that was, so like some of y'all might not even know, but
Jordan.
that's the only one I'm sharing. Sorry.
Who is it?
Harry Jowsey is from Too Out to Handle. He has his own
Oh,
podcast as well.
Sorry,
He's
Harry.
He's dating
I don't know why.
Georgia. She's also coming on with him, we believe. So.
Oh, they
Okay,
haven't
no, we're-
confirmed yet because
Oh.
they might be out of town. I know. There's one that. Okay, can I just say the one where I was so freaking hyped about?
That might not.
Cody Ko. They have not confirmed
Cody
that they're
Ko.
going to be in town.
That
It
would be
literally
funny as fuck.
hurts me
I know.
to my
Yeah.
core because
See,
a
I don't
lot of
even know
these
who
people.
that is.
I know.
You
A
don't
lot
know
of
who Cody Ko is?
Bro, you don't know Cody
No.
Ko? He's
Google
funny
him.
as
Google
fuck.
him.
You'll
You-
recognize
you'll
him.
recognize
yeah.
him.
Okay. Tiny Meat Gang. We like. Oh my God. The problem is a lot of
yeah.
these people like
He
we
just
only
got married,
We're,
too.
yeah,
Oh,
we're only
shit.
out there for
I
like
listened to his
5
podcast.
days to record. So it's like if they're gone, they're gone. Like,
Yeah.
and we're just we're like, damn
Harry,
it.
Harry Jowsey almost wasn't going to be able to
He was
because
supposed to be out of the country,
He might
right?
be
And then-
on another show or
Yeah.
something. So
Wasn't Haley Bieber the other one?
yeah, shut up. Yeah,
Kim,
wish.
is
I know,
Kim
I'm like-
Beyonce.
Kardashian?
You
Drake.
Is
Kardashian?
that it? Kardashian?
Drake. Yeah, we had Drake on.
Yeah,
He's coming
come
on.
so far.
Well, boys, thank you so much. Do you have anything else you want to share with our
ladies and our
lady listeners
No.
and men listeners?
I just say, just because we have penises and you have vaginas, we're more alike than not.
thanks, babe. That
Yeah.
was great.
Jordan, do you have anything?
I don't know if I can top that. So just stop there.
Thank you guys for coming on and being honest and also
Yeah.
just being straightforward. And I hope
Straight
everybody
candid.
and straight candid. I hope everybody like appreciates like us being like, here is an eyeball into our relationship. Like, and the fact like in the beginning of my relationship, don't know that I could see this happening. You know what I mean? Because I was like, oh, it's kind of my private thing.
She
but
says that every time I'm on the podcast. I'm like,
no. I just
that's
mean it
mean.
like
I literally saw this
No.
from day one.
no.
I've never questioned our relationship. And Sydney's always like, yeah, no, there was some
I didn't
rough
think it was
patches
gonna
in there.
last.
I was saying
Really?
I couldn't.
I almost couldn't do it.
We almost broke up like 5 times. Like,
I
wait,
was-
when?
That is news to me.
I was talking about you coming on the podcast and it being like an open door into our relationship. I always thought I would keep it very closed. Like, this is my private life. This is my public life. Do you get what I'm saying? I wasn't talking about a relationship.
I keep ours pretty closed.
Okay, fair. But it's a big deal that you guys are sitting here and like, thank you for being open about our relationships and being like willing to
Vulnerable.
come on. Yeah. And answer questions like real men, because you guys are real guys sitting in front of us. And I feel like all I hear about is situationships with assholes. And I don't
Yeah.
understand where
Is
and why.
Is that the new age term for a thing?
A
Back when I was a
situationship?
kid, they
Yeah.
called it a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, they have a thing.
Situation.
Now it's a situationship.
Yep. We
Just
appreciate you though, guys.
term long.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And I love you.
We're proud of you guys.
We love you too.
I'm hoping y'all blow up.
I hope so.
Yeah,
It's coming
we love
soon.
some sugar mamas. That'd be sick.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jordan says it
Oh.
often.
Pat
That'd
says
be
it
so
all
cool.
the
All the
time.
time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to work.
Me neither. I don't either.
And this is what I
Yeah.
say back. No, you're gonna be a sugar daddy.
No,
So
you get me a boob job.
I
Yeah.
want Pat to give me a boob
Yeah.
job.
Oh.
Really bad.
Dude, I would for sure get butt implants.
I love you guys.
Dying.
We love you
Everybody, follow at Straight Candid Podcast. I'm at Candid Sid.
And I'm at Candid Soph.
What's your at?
At vegan.meathead. It's so badass.
It's good. I can't even say mine
I
now.
came
I
up
feel
with that.
embarrassed.
What's
What
your
is yours?
handle?
I don't even know.
Mine's just my name.
That's a
Jordan
good one.
Hagel. Jordan B. Hagel.
Mine's my name.
He also has a podcast. If you're into golf, it's member guest podcast.
don't
Shout
do
it
that.
out. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. If you like golf,
Member
if you
guest.
like golf, go see it. Go check it out.
I've been watching him, and I'm not even into golf. And I like.
I keep seeing
I
your
watched the
clips. The
vids.
clips are good. Yeah.
Really?
I'm not into golf enough to like watch a whole one, but like the little clips I
Yeah?
like. Yeah.
I haven't had anybody. I'm waiting for the day somebody stops me and like, oh, then I'll know
Yeah.
I made it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that.
Well,
That's
you
really
may. I'll
cute.
stop you sometime.
No, don't do that.
As always, you guys, please go rate and review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We need those numbers to get up a little bit because, like, we got to prove that you're there listening. Because I can see you listening, I can
Yeah.
see the numbers.
We need our sugar mamas.
But then when
Let's
I
go.
see the rate and reviews, I go, there's a few more people listening than that. So we love you and we appreciate you and we always do it for you. So we will talk to you next week. Bye.
Oh, don't do that.
Bye.
Bye, boys.
Bye. Good job.
Oh my.
You're so charismatic, baby.
I know. Good job, you guys. My ears are crazy.
Oh. That actually hurts my ears. I'm not gonna lie.